What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Dwayne. I'm back for another video for you today. And today we got the breaking news that went down yesterday, man. Yeah, the breaking news that went down yesterday. If you're not aware of what happened yesterday between the hours of 12 p.m. and about 3 o'clock p.m. yesterday, you were living under a rock, man. And I can rest assured you that, man. So, hey, we all know why we're here, man. The breaking news yesterday: Aaron Rodgers signs a 4-year, $200 million extension with the Green Bay Packers. He announced on a Pat McAfee show that he's coming back to Green Bay, and had Pat McAfee announce it for him, pretty much, because that's like his best friend and his rollie or whatever. Then, like an hour and a half later, we had Russell Wilson being traded to the Denver Broncos, man. Yes, the Denver Broncos, man. And in this video, I'm gonna just break it down, man. And not just only them two, man. It was just a whole. It was just hectic yesterday, with a lot of franchise tags, players getting released, and different stuff like that, man. I mean, if you wasn't woke yesterday, then you missed out on a whole bunch of NFL news yesterday, man. And it really excited me, man. I know I couldn't get to it yesterday, man, but I'm here now. So let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. So, man, first things first, man. Look at this. Look at all these roster moves, man. Look at all these roster moves, man. It was just yesterday, man. I mean, it's not crazy because it's not crazy, but it's also, I'm kind of happy because it's NFL season's pretty much back now, man, and it's like, let's go, man. Hey, so let's just see. Let's just see. Uh, the Bills released AJ Klein. I'm just guessing they didn't have enough. They trying to clear cap space to help try to, as they should, try to get Josh Allen some help on the offensive line, so that as though he ain't got to be running for his life. And that should be a mission for the Buffalo Bills, to get Josh Allen to remain on his feet. Nothing too much with the Bears, but them tendering 1-year players. The Denver Broncos, as I mentioned yesterday, they released the wide receiver Hamilton. What else? What else? What else? Oh, Dallas was another big one. Dallas was another big one. Yep, where they restructured the contracts of Dak Prescott and Zach Martin, man. Hey, and they created $22 million in cap space. Hey, Dallas, another team in cap. I mean, didn't have a lot of cap space, but they just wanted to restructure so as though they could have some wiggle room, even though the cap did go up to about, I think it was like 208 million billion, I think, something like that. And they just wanted to, so they could make moves. And breaking news, another news broke like early in the week, said that they wanted to possibly release Amari Cooper. So if they release Amari Cooper or trade Amari Cooper, they can do a lot, man. They can do a lot. And the Dallas Cowboys are one of them teams that are like on the fringe, because they were there yesterday, had one of the most explosive offenses last year with Amari Cooper and Dak Prescott coming back off that injury he had a couple years ago. And I think they'll help them if they just get themselves right, man. Because I think there are a few players over away from getting over that hump, man. I mean, honestly, honest opinion, man. Um, yeah, man, and I think that Amari Cooper won't be there to experience that with them, man. Because like I said, talks to them, yeah, and releasing them. Green Bay did the big one right here, man. The big one right here. The Green Bay Packers agreed to a extension with quarterback Aaron Rodgers on a 4-year, $200 million extension. Hey, we all know how much that is, man. $50 million, man, for 4 years. But as I heard, it's basically like, if he decides to retire next year or the year after or this year, he wouldn't count against the Packers cap. And I think that's kind of good to have that, because Aaron Rodgers is getting up there. I think he's like 38, I believe. And Aaron Rodgers is getting up there where he can be like, okay, I'm done. Throwing the towel or whatever, man. So I'm gonna brush on that a little bit later, man. I'm gonna brush on that a little bit later. So I ain't gonna feed you. I'm gonna just tease y'all a little bit. The coach signed the defensive back coach. Defensive back Tony Brown. Today, breaking news as I record this video, They traded Carson Wentz to the Washington Commanders, man. They traded Carson Wentz to the Washington Commanders, man, for a couple second round picks, and I think that'll be good for both sides. I think, well, not really both sides, but for the Colts, because now at the Colts, I mean, last year when he played with the Colts, it was just dunking, dip and dunk, man, and just rely on the defense. And I don't think Indianapolis wants to go that way with Frank Wright. Frank Wright don't want to go that way next year going into 2022, man. He wants to have a quarterback. I think, me personally, I think he should go draft one, but I think Seattle, basically after that trade yesterday, leapfrogged the Colts yesterday after that trade for the Russell Wilson trade to go get the dude Willis in the draft. But I mean, I think, I mean, you, like I said in the video yesterday, every player deserves a chance, man, and every player deserves a chance, man. So these, like you said, this quarterback class isn't really that big, but I think if you just give somebody a chance and they fit the right system, they'll work, man. You'll work. Um, Another, this is a small bit because I love Josh Gordon. I love Josh Gordon. The Chiefs resigned Josh Gordon. Hopefully he can stay away from what Stephen A. Smith say, off the weed. Yes, man. I hope Josh Gordon can stay off and just get himself right, man, because the Chiefs can use him. Because they can be losing a couple of them 2 and 3 number 2 and number 3 receivers, and Pringle and people like that, man. And I think Josh Gordon's still young, man. He still have it. He probably still have it, man. If he been doing his work, putting in the work, you know, after the year he had, man. So I just hope Josh Gordon getting it right, man. The Vegas Raiders released Kayvon Frazier. The Chargers signing Mike Williams to a 3-year, $60 million deal. That is another big one for the Chargers because Justin Herbert needs to have what's the word I'm looking for a stable at the wide receiver position. He got Keenan Allen, and Mike Williams was another big guy that he had to throw the ball to last year, even though Mike Williams was kind of hurt last year a little bit. But Mike Williams can be that guy, that deep threat that he can throw the ball, because Justin Herbert's going to throw the ball down the field. Let's just throw it out there and say what it is, man. He's going to throw the ball down the field, man. And Mike Williams can stretch the field for the Chargers, man. He can make them big catches. He can make them in traffic catches. He can make them big boy catches, man. Yeah. The Dolphins, Salvon Monster and Elijah Campbell. 49ers signed a guard. The Seattle Seahawks, last night, released Bobby Wagner. Him and Russell Wilson was in the same draft class. They had 11 years together going out. They both released Bobby Wagner and traded Russell Wilson yesterday. So I don't know what the Seahawks going to do, but I think they might take that quarterback Willis at the in the draft this year. So, hey, Bobby Wagner, man. Hey, and speaking on Bobby Wagner, man, good dude, man. Good dude, man. Hey, he's a good dude, man. One of the best linebackers in the league, man. And understand the Seahawks are going in a way different direction now, but he deserves to be in a home with just like somebody like a Von Miller or Odell deserve to win another ring, man. With another ring, man. That's just me. The Titans agreed to terms with Harold Landry, and that'll be good for the Titans because now they solidified a linebacker core around him for 5-year extension, $85 million deal. So, like I said, with the cap going up, man, a lot of players might be signing for a little bit larger than they did last year. Because remember, the cap was down low last year because of COVID. So, hey, let's just hope it work out for the Titans, man. Look, and Mike Vrabel love his linebackers, man, because he was one with New England and people like that, man. Mike Vrabel love his linebackers. Let's just say that, and he need gritty players on his team. And Harold Landry is a gritty player. Franchise tags, man. The Dallas Cowboys franchise tag Dalton Schultz. They needed that for what they do. So, like, he can block, he can catch the ball. He can be the outlet for when Dak Prescott get out of trouble, and he played a viable role with the Dallas Cowboys last year as they went on and made the playoffs and won that division last year. A requisite, I'm gonna talk about this in a little bit. Green Bay Packers franchise tag on Devontae Adams. That was kind of big as well because as we know that Aaron Rodgers want to get the boys back, and he's part of that regime where it's like, I want to get the band back together. Let's run his back. Let's have a little bit of fun. And Devontae Adams was on that the last ride. So it's posted, and that's his buddy, man. I mean, because I think Devontae Adams personally, he would have walked if Aaron Rodgers would have walked, and so the Jacksonville Jaguars, Cam Robinson, yes, this is another big one. Another big one. The Jacksonville Jaguars use that franchise tag on the left tackle, Cam Robinson. Another big one because you need to keep your young quarterback up and healthy, man. Up and healthy, man. He's going to need to be healthy when it comes. So Trevor Lawrence going to need to be healthy, man. Because we saw teams like, even though they made the Super Bowl, Joe Burrow, you don't want another Joe Burrow incident where you have him going out there getting sacked almost 100,000 times a year, and it's not going to work. Andrew Luck was accustomed to that, and that's why he retired early. Getting sacked way too much early in his career, and that takes a toll on somebody's body, man. Mike Gesicki, the Dolphins used that franchise tag on him. Not surprising to me. That's basically their number 2 receiver behind Waddle and no, number 3, my fault. Number 3 behind Waddle and the other guy, I forgot his name. And Mike Gesicki is one of the best young tight ends in the game, man. One of the best young tight ends in the game, man. And I think this helps the Dolphins. Tampa Bay Buccaneers placed the franchise tag on Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin coming off an injury late in the season. Even though he's going to get his bag. So, I mean, he was going to get his bag on the open market. They was like, let's bring him back. And why not? Why not? Why not? But that's neither here or there. Chris Godwin coming back. Well, who knows who Tampa Bay quarterback going to be next year, man. So, let's see how that go. All right. The biggest, like I said, big news of the day yesterday. Denver Broncos acquiring Seattle Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson and a 4th-round pick in exchange for 2 first-rounders, 2 second, and a 5th-rounder. Quarterback Drew Lock, defensive tackle Shelby Harris, and tight end Noah Fant. Big one, man. Hey, Russell Wilson, he really wanted out of Seattle. It was just wasn't his fit anymore. He wanted to leave, and I think Russell Wilson from the trade. I think the Broncos won the trade because the Broncos have a team, an offense, I'm going to say, equipped now to win now. And I think he will benefit from having players like Sutton. What's the other guy? Sutton. I'm getting the ball. Let me look it up. Let me look it up. But yeah, he can benefit from them players, man. And I want to see him succeed in Denver, man. Whether it's taking them to the Super Bowl or getting them players. Let me see. Wide receiver depth chart. Here we go. Wide receiver depth chart. Jared Jeudy, KJ Hamler, Cortland Sutton, and Tim Patrick. They're gonna be good, man. And I think Russell Wilson, he proved that he can pass the ball down the field. He has extremely incredible accuracy and ball placement on throws, as you saw when he was playing in Seattle with Tyler Lockett. He was just placing balls in places where you think certain players wouldn't make the play. I mean, certain people wouldn't make the play, but it was kind of crazy, man. I did want to see him with Noah Fant in Denver because Noah Fant was their best player, was one of their best players last year, and he had an awesome season last year. So, hey, Russell Wilson now he get a new way of life in Denver, and let's see what he can do in Denver, man. On the Seattle Seahawks side, Drew Lock, who knows what they'll do with him. That's just my thing. I don't know why they traded for Drew Lock. I don't know. Is it because they were gonna have him there, like to compete for a starting spot, or what? But I don't know. Noah Fant will be a huge part because be a big tight end. But back to the news of the day, man. The news of the day: Aaron Rodgers signing a 4-year, $200 million extension. There's a lot of ways that this can happen. First, Aaron Rodgers, like I explained earlier, he can retire after this and it won't help against the cap. But Aaron Rodgers have proven to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league and has sustained success in the league. And a lot of my people might say, "Oh, he's a great regular season quarterback. He never do it in the postseason. He hasn't done it in the postseason since 2010 when they beat the Steelers in the playoffs and he won a Super Bowl when he had that little discount double check or whatever." But numbers don't. I mean, I know I say it a lot, but analytics run the NFL, but numbers don't lie. Aaron Rodgers has been the greatest quarterback statistically in the NFL recently, and it's ridiculous. And he deserves to be paid $200 million, $50 million guaranteed. And I think Aaron Rodgers just proved it basically back to back years and said, "Okay, y'all count me out. Let me go back out there and win two MVPs, back to back." So and he deserves it, man. He's been doing this for a long time. He ain't no wet willy to the party, man. He's just showing everybody what he can do, man. I'm happy for Aaron Rodgers, man. He's one of my favorite all time great quarterbacks, and like I said, I'm happy for him, man. Another way this can go as saying as though Aaron Rodgers basically he wants to be all in. I mean, I know every year he's all in because whenever you got Aaron Rodgers, you can be in contention for a Super Bowl no matter what. But Aaron Rodgers can bring the band back together, and I think they can run the table because the NFL isn't as powerful as it was like 3 years ago. Brady retired. Russell Wilson just got sent to Denver in the AFC. Who else am I talking about? There's not really a lot of great quarterbacks in the NFC. Drew Brees retired a couple years ago. So I mean, this is Aaron Rodgers' time to be like, let me go win the NFC. Because like I said, there is a lot of young quarterback talent in the NFC. And I think Aaron Rodgers has to come out next year, 2022, and be like, I'm that guy. I'm the big man on the NFC. Let me go take my team to the Super Bowl, man. I don't want to see him go to the NFC Championship game like he did this year and basically throw all over the yard for the first possession, score a touchdown, and don't score no more. I don't want to see that Aaron Rodgers, man. I want to see Aaron Rodgers go in there, put the nail in the coffin, and then ride off in the sunset just like Peyton Manning did, man, a few years back with Denver, man, where he went all in, won a Super Bowl, and just rolled off in the sunset, man. That's all I want to see from Aaron Rodgers, man. Last thing I'm gonna say on this Aaron Rodgers thing, Aaron Rodgers, man, hey, he set the bar, man. You got players. I'm a Ravens fan. Lamar Jackson want to get paid. He hasn't get paid. Lamar Jackson sees Aaron Rodgers' numbers. Yeah, so I want to do that. Kyler Murray. I see Aaron Rodgers get paid. Kyler Murray going to want either close to that or if not more than that as well. After all the shenanigans he's been through the last couple of days, man. And I mean, the last couple of years, man, as he say. So, hey, that's all I think of Aaron Rodgers, man. And another news broke today where Carson Wentz got traded to the Washington Commanders. And I don't know, man. Washington, I don't know. I don't know if this is a holdover year for them. So, excuse me. I don't know if this is a holdover year for them. So to be like, let's just see what the quarterback market going to be next year. I mean, the quarterback class be next year in the draft. But the Commanders need to get it together, man, because Carson Wentz isn't going to be it. And if I don't know what they're going to do with Tyler Heineke either, man. I don't know if he's a free agent or not, but I don't know what they're going to do with him. That defense need to improve, like to be better than what they were last year, because last year they were shelling themselves. Because in 2020 they were like elite defense, and I want them to bring that back to Washington, so as though they was like happy and playing defense, and they was relying on the defense, and they almost beat the Bucks 2 years ago in a wild card when they almost beat Tom Brady. So that's all I gotta say, man. For the Colts, who knows? Same goes for you, man. Do you look do you take a chance on one of the quarterbacks in the draft this year, or do you wait for the next year draft? Let's see how that pan out. But hey, like I said, both these teams gonna have to rely heavily on that defense, man. The Colts and the Commanders, man. If they gonna want to do what they want to do, man. So, hey, that's all I got, man. So let's just hope that they do what they gotta do. Hey, that's all. That's it for me, man. I hope y'all had a good time. Enjoy this video, man. Hey, that's all I wanted to say.